All right. We are live. Episode 3, Court Chronicles from the North Podcast. Uh, three brothers just having barbershop talk about hoops. One thing that we love. Uh, thank you for joining. And I'm gonna, of course, as usual, everybody give a brief intro who you are.
What up? What up? What up? Big Shaft in the house. How everybody doing?
What's up with this boy Rideout? Everybody's feeling good today.
Yeah, and of course, this Tramon Showtime. Definitely blessed to see another day. Uh, as usual, fellas, this is for those that have seen us at our worst and seen us at our best, and they can't tell the difference. Salute to over 30 years of brotherhood.
Nope.
All right.
Let's get it.
Today we have, the only three words that I could think of to describe the guests that we're having on are legends, pioneers, and architects. Reigns,
I like that.
championships, foundation, and fundamentals of basketball. You get it from these two. They are pillars in the community. They have done a lot, not only for North Little Rock, but the state of Arkansas and nationwide, because their imprints, their footprints you have seen nationwide. People like Moses Moody and it's just the list goes on and on. So it is definitely a privilege and an honor to have these two guests on our podcast this evening. So we have Coach Johnny Rice, and we also have Coach Butta in the house today. And we're going to have them. We're just going, like I said, just have conversation and just talk ball. And we definitely appreciate you fellas for being on.
What up, coaches? What up?
Hey. What's happening, baby? Yeah. Appreciate y'all having me on, baby. I'm glad to be on here with y'all. Hey, I've been watching y'all in and out. We need it.
Yes, sir. We appreciate you coming on, man. We're more than happy to have both of y'all. And, man, it's amazing, man. It's going to be a good set.
Right.
Look at my guy, Rice. Look out, Rice.
Hey. Appreciate the invite. Ain't nothing much more I want to talk about than North Little Rock hoops.
Yes, sir.
And we definitely appreciate y'all for coming on. Like I said, you guys are the imprint foundation of basketball, not only in North Little Rock, not only in Arkansas, but nationwide. And like I said, you guys have done this for a long time, and y'all have made many of people hoop skills and just more than hoop skills, but just manhood. So we definitely appreciate you guys, and we gonna get into it. We always like to start off to see how you're doing mentally from 1 to 10. With 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest. So how's everybody feeling today?
Well, right now I'm feeling about an 8+. I finally decided to go to this physical therapy to rehab that opposite hip. I had the other one done. I'm walking without the canes now. So other than that, man, I can't complain.
Okay.
Well, I'll go 8. I'm going to go 8.5. That's what retired folks got.
8.5.
Yeah. When every day Saturday, you got 8s and 9s on your mental health.
Yes, sir.
I'm right there at 8. I guess at 8.5, and I'm very excited to have these two coaches on here, man. So I'm feeling real good tonight. So I say 8.
Yes, sir, man. I woke up today. You know what I'm saying? So I'm at 10. As long as you see a smiley face on the hat, I'm always at 10. You know what I'm saying?
So.
Yeah, I'm about an 8 too. It was a good day today. Didn't work all day, and got to come home and kind of knock out some stuff here, and So it was a good day today. So I'm about an 8 too. So what I'm gonna do is gonna get these questions started. What made you want to start coaching?
Rice, you go ahead. I'll go after you, man. You the legend.
I do. Yeah. Hey, you know, I was playing as a young guy, even in elementary school, and but really, I didn't really play organized basketball for the first time until the 7th grade, and then I went to Rose City in the 8th and 9th, and then to Northeast in the 10th, 11th, 12th. But I'm probably the only guy. I know I'm the only guy that played for Coach Ingram in the 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. Because when I went to the 10th, he got the job at Northeast. So I played for him for 5 straight years. And he just what I thought of my coaches and the impact that he had on me, and that made me want to do it. And I buddies that I grew up with that finished college, and they come back to me going, because they knew what I wanted to do. I knew what I wanted to do a long time ago, way before I graduated college, and they were like, Justin, I didn't know what I was going to do, but you always knew what you were doing from Jump Street, and so it was really the relationships I had with my coaches in junior high, high school, and I just want to do the same. I want to make an impact on somebody like they made an impact on me.
Yeah.
I like that.
I wanted, when I was younger, back in Detroit, before I come to Arkansas, I didn't have that father figure. I was raised by women. So one of the things that I think would have helped me if I had, now that I look back and I know what my journey is, mentors, like guys that I was scared of, so to say. You know what I'm saying? Like that was gonna make me do right. And so I always wanted to be that. When I was younger, though, I you couldn't tell me I wasn't going to the NBA. But as you get older, you start realizing, boy, your arms too short, your legs too short. So you better do something else. And I was working at Ridge Road with Coach Rice and them over there. I was a parapro, and you had kids that were needed the mentor type kids, and they couldn't make the school team. Remember them kids? And Rice did me a favor and let me put a team together, and we ended up playing. Yeah. It wasn't necessarily to beat them, but it was just to give them an edge, like to make them feel like you might didn't make it now, but keep trying. Yeah, right. I always wanted to be that guy to push, and so here we are.
Yeah.
Sometimes guys just need a push.
That's all they need.
Yeah.
That's all they need.
Yeah.
So that was it for me.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I'm a direct this question to you. We know a key skill for training young men and enriching them with like just the fundamental skills. How did you balance the training aspect and being a dad with Tom?
I didn't. I learned it on the fly. Listen. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you a real couple quick stories on it. I didn't learn it. I mean, I didn't get it. It was damn near back in North Little Rock before I got it, because it was hard because I played and I knew everything what not to do, so I wasn't gonna let him make those same mistakes. You get it? But I'm daddy, and I'm a loud daddy, and I'm Detroit. I'm North. I'm one of them daddies. Like so, and people forget. He wasn't the first person I started coaching. I coached girls first. My first team coaching was Sugar and Spice.
I didn't know that.
Sugar and Spice, Caleb Brown and Nagy and Patterson them.
I didn't know
that was my first team as far as like travel. I only coached Anton 1 year, but I trained him. And a guy named Freddie Morgan, I always tell this story now. Freddie Morgan told me, he said, hey, man, you gotta let him play. He can't play with you on him every darn play. And I ain't studying now. Y'all know me. I'm like, man, I ain't trying to hear it. Well, one day me and Freddie got together. Now, this is a buddy of mine. I consider him a brother. And we were in the hallway, man. This is a true story. He grabbed me. And I thought we was finna have to fight. And
Yeah.
he said, leave that boy alone. He can't focus with you hollering at him. And give or take, I figured a different way. And we won. Let's say that we won. We didn't make anybody, but we won. So that was it. Yeah, but it took a lot, man. I tell any daddy, the earlier you find that medium, the better off you'll be. And you don't give up who you are as daddy and a coach,
right.
But you have to find a medium.
Right.
Okay. Oh,
Now, Coach, I heard you say you've been around for Coach Ingham for playing for him for 5 straight years, but I'm already aware you've always been there for us.
Yeah.
So y'all seen a lot of players come through North Little Rock. A lot of players. So the question I would like to know, and I'm pretty sure some of my peers would like to know, as far as can you give us like a top 3 that you've coached as well as you ever played against? Or ever seen play as well as coached.
You gonna leave? You want me to start it off?
Yeah, because I know you played against them. See, I didn't play against them. I watched them and coached them on, but I didn't play against them.
I mean, I was a freshman in junior college, Scottie Pippen's senior year, and our junior college would scrimmage UCA, so I got to play against Pippen.
Oh,
so
okay.
You could tell why.
Wow.
I remember standing on the free throw line next to him somebody was shooting a free throw, and I stood next to him, and he wore one of them little neoprene braces on his knee like Jordan wore, made pop. And he was standing straight up, and his arms were so long, he pulled that little knee band, that little thing up on his leg without bending over.
God.
And we ran what is called the flex offense. I don't know if anybody knows what it is. It's a really patterned offense, and it has a baseline. You go like guard to guard pass from like elbow to elbow, and you got a baseline screen coming off of it. So guard to guard pass, and I come off that screen and catch it right on the block and turn around, and Pippen's like standing right over me like, go ahead, you're going to shoot. I got out of there quick. I mean, when I was actually on the floor with, I saw Sidney Moncrief play. I saw Joe Klein play. I saw Darrell Walker play. I played pickup with Darrell Walker. He was old. I mean, it was years ago, and he was not playing the league no more. But you could see a spurt and go, "Wow, that's a whole different level." I saw Corliss Williamson play. Saw Joe Johnson play. I never coached against Joe. I wasn't around then. I was at the middle school, back and forth those years, so I never did coach against Joe. But I mean, those are guys I saw Shaq play in college, and some players that I've seen. If you want to say players I've coached against, we coached against Malik Monk. I coached against Jeffs and Isaiah Joe at NORTHSIDE. They were together. Think about that. We played against Brandon Miller in the King Cotton. He lit us up.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
Lit us up for 30-something, but we beat them by 30-something.
Really?
Wow. Yeah.
Wait a minute. So he got 30, but y'all blew him out by 30.
Yeah, his team was not. I mean, he was like all they had, really.
Oh, okay.
And he could score wherever he wanted, whenever he wanted, a lot of times. And but I didn't have to do. We didn't have to do a lot because the game was out of hand pretty quick. We go to City Palms and we played and we played IMG, and they had 5 Division I's. I can't even remember all their names now. They had 5 Division I players starting, 2 others that come off the bench. And there were some other ones that we played that are there. So we went to Myrtle Beach in the beach ball in Myrtle Beach and played a couple of teams that has guys that's in the pros. So that, I mean, I would probably see the top one would be Monk, because when you play them more than one time and you really game plan for them and study and did all that. Isaiah Joe was the same way. We played them all 3 years. We had big battles with them.
What did Monk and Isaiah Joe hit you for?
One night, Isaiah, we had labeled Isaiah as a guy that could not shoot off the bounce.
Yeah.
The catch and shoot guy. So our closeouts were to run him off the 3-point line and make him score at the rim. And he lit us up for almost 40.
Oh,
we ended up winning in like I think it was a 4 overtime game that night against Northside at Little Rock. And but yeah, he shows he could do a little bit more than just catch and shoot that night.
Yeah, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those are fine. I mean, we don't know if you remember. I mean, Luke Kennard plays with the Pistons.
Yeah, of course.
We played against him up in Myrtle Beach. So there's a bunch of them. But
Lefty.
yes,
I like Luke too.
I like Luke too. Yeah.
He could fill it up. He was long, about 6'6".
Yeah.
He could shoot it.
He can shoot it.
So there's a long list. So there, but
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coming up in Detroit, I come out in 88. I got here in 90. When I was in the 10th grade, we played against the Derek Colemans. And then you remember Anderson Hunt was a year above that played at
UNLV.
Yeah, I went to Detroit. I'm gonna tell you, I went to school. The bus was at the school. I come out in 88. He come out in 90. We went to Detroit McKenzie. Jerome Bettis.
Yes,
so you had those teams that had a lot of talent, like Chris Webber and them is like 2 years younger than me. I want to say he come out in 90, maybe 90 or 91. So coming up, I saw a lot of them back home. But here in Arkansas, like since I've been here, and I'm just going like, and I know people gonna say, oh, you just saying that because he North Little Rock. One of the toughest dudes that I ever seen play, and actually coached in like men's leagues and everything. And again, I'm not saying this just because he passed and all of us know him. One of the toughest dudes I seen with that basketball was Con Cotton.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Here's why. When Con was coming through 11th and 12th grade, me, Day, all y'all know Day, Alpha Watkins, my buddy, my partner Shuby, Dirt, we played in men's leagues where we would always take Con with us because somewhere in there you're going to need, we still hanging out and kicking it. You got to have one of them youngsters that can get it.
Yeah.
He was that youngster that can get it. And he could guard out of high school 1 through 5. If they had a big that was going to do something, we could put Con on him. If it was a guard, they could put guard on him. And it's a true story. I've always told this story once we get to drinking, of course, but we ain't drinking now. At Dunbar, a guy dunked on Con. A guy was finna cock it back. Con come over the top. And he short-arm dunked it and talked junk. Promise to God. Con scored 21 points on him in a row at Dunbar. 21 in a row.
Wow.
Six threes. And then he got fouled on the 7th one and hit the three free throws. Guess what he told the dude?
What?
21-2. It's 21-2. That's a true story.
It was me and you out here, yeah.
Listen, I got another story that, I'm a little rugged. We at Dunbar, Eddie Withers, that's my son. Him and Con out in the hallway right up under the Dunbar goal, and they were on separate teams. So Con walks up to Eddie and say, "What's up, Northside? Man, you killing him, ain't you?" Con hits him with a bow. Boom! Ain't no Northside to talk to me after the game.
Wow.
See that's the era I grew up in.
Yeah, that's
we ain't friends on that battlefield, baby. We ain't friends on that battlefield.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
And then you remember Carl Brown that was at Eula, that went to Eula?
Uh-huh.
Carl Brown. See, me and his brother went to school together in Detroit. Yeah. Carl from Detroit. Well, he was our hero. He used to ride that bike, dribbling them tennis balls, and we running behind him like little wet dogs. Where you going to play at, Carl? Where you going to play at? Because he went to Renaissance. And so, man, I've seen like when Tom played with Team Thad, it was 5 D1s on that one team. That was when they were sophomores, when he verbally committed to Missouri. You had Tom went to Arkansas, Chris Chioza that went to Florida, played with Golden State. LeRon Black went to Illinois. Marcavius, I can't remember, his name was Marcavius. He went to Ole Miss, and Roby went to the University of St. Louis. That was their starting 5.
Golly.
Now remember, we played against the Jalen Brunsons. The boy that year, Tom was and I'm just giving you some people that I've seen play.
Yeah.
When they had that year, he was a freshman at Arkansas. Kentucky had 7 first-round one-year players. That was the team that Cat was on.
Oh yeah, I remember that team.
And he was on that all freshman team.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that was Booker.
Right.
Yeah.
And that was all, and Cat, all them was on there. So, man, that basketball been good to me. It been, I tell people this, I always say, every time I see a basketball, I ought to kiss it. Because it done took me all over the world.
Yeah.
Hey, Butta, you mentioned Carl Brown. You know, we had the all-white guys come to Sherman Park and play.
Oh, my God.
And then we were good. We'd always get compared up with Showtime or whatever the team that there was. And Carl Brown.
Showtime Jazz.
Yes, and Carl Brown, it was
Florida
like,
Rebels.
he said, who's going to get put on display tonight? And we go, what are you talking about? I said, well, if you're carding Carl Brown, you're fixing to get put on display in front of everybody.
Yeah.
He had one nail, one finger that was longer, and he would shoot it would click. And then we started saying, so he's going to click on you right out there in front of everybody. Ain't nothing you can do about it. And
it was his pinky that was long, I think.
Well, he had that nail on it, though, and it used to flick when he shooted.
He would shoot it would click, and then just, there wasn't nothing you could do.
Well, hey, Rice, this is another guy we could talk about that's from up that way, Robert Green.
Robert Green could shoot it.
Oh, my God.
We played pickup. We play at Ridge Road, Mark, back when you did. I'd have the gym, but we'd have some it'd be all-star up in there. But I coached at Rose City a couple of years, and Green played at ULR. He's from Detroit.
Right.
And he's about 6'4", 6'5", white guy. And we were in between games, and we were shooting, and Green was shooting from half court at Rose City. Now, Rose City was a regular size floor.
Right.
And he could, in the jump circle, shoot it, and his feet not like he was shooting a free throw. Yep. His feet not leave the ground. Yes. He could shoot it. He get it all. He would make it in the goal
at a high rate without jumping.
I said, do that again, and he would like he's shooting a free throw from the jump circle. That's how strong his wrist and upper body was. Now I can shoot it, but I gotta get everything in.
Yeah. And I was gonna say you was a shooter too, boy. Don't even try.
But Robert could shoot it.
I was just saying, Coach, you can shoot too now.
Yeah, but Robert could shoot it without even jumping, just like flicking a free throw.
Right.
I ain't never seen anybody do that. Yeah, Robert Green, he could go too.
He is definitely one of them guys.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. So I didn't seen a lot of that talent. Hey, but it's man, like when one of y'all questions y'all had, I don't mean to jump, and I saw it said the Mount Rushmore, North Little Rock. I refuse to answer that question.
Okay.
So we go.
Okay. That's a great question.
We refuse to answer that because Rideout was a bad boy. Rideout was a bad boy with that ball too. One of them big guards that can shoot that thing and play at that size and height.
Rideout's on my Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. Huh?
Rideout's on my Mount Rushmore.
That's what I'm saying. I couldn't. It depends on how many faces you give me.
That's what I'm saying.
I couldn't do it.
Mount Rushmore got four people. Give me 4.
I refuse to answer.
That's tough, man.
All right. Well, okay.
I plead the fifth.
So listen.
OG plead the fifth, though.
On this podcast, that's cool. But on this podcast, if you refuse to answer, you got to drink.
But the only thing I promise I don't mind that either. But hey, believe me, brother. Hey, I was trying my best to find somewhere I could do this where I could drink.
Yeah.
Hey, tell them where you're doing it from, though. Tell them where you're doing it from.
I'm at Glenview, baby. You know where I live.
Man.
I don't live here, but I live here.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, and I'm proud of y'all too, man. Y'all doing a great job. And people like y'all, people like Rice, like if y'all didn't know, Rice might have known a little more than y'all because we was always making sure whatever kid we might could get to help build what we did. But we don't get enough credit in North Little Rock. And I don't mean that in no bad way or no disrespect to nobody else.
No.
But one of the things that me and Con always stuck to was that no matter where we went, we was gonna always represent. You see, that's why I got my Scully on and my shirt. I didn't even wear this today. I brought it just for this.
Yes, sir.
You know,
Yeah.
We
That
was my other thing.
We love it. We all represent today.
For sure. Always. And so I appreciate y'all doing this and not allowing the naysayers say take the North out. Why? Why we gotta take the North out? You know? So
y'all see Thanos over there? Y'all see Thanos?
Yeah, y'all see Thanos. Hey, there's Thanos over there.
Y'all see the
Thanos. Hey, Coach Rice, go and flex a little bit for me.
I see him.
There's why you keep the
I see you. I see you. That's how you do it.
That's how you do it right there, Coach.
That's how you do it, baby.
Yes, sir.
That's how you do it.
Flex on them, Coach.
Man. Hey, that's how you do it. That's how you do it, baby.
Yes,
it took them a while to put the rings on, too, y'all. There's a lot of them.
Boy.
Whole lot of them.
Right. It took a little bit to get all them situated.
Yeah. Hey, man, that's how you do it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
I was the same way as Butta. I saw that question, the Mount Rushmore North Little Rock Hoopers, and if you see my little notes got right here, I probably got 20 names on there.
Yeah.
And so
You know what? Give us some 20 names.
Thank you. Give us some 20 names. Yeah.
On mine, I mean, Kayvon Allen's going to be on there. The dude's
Right.
three-time state champion, two-time player of the year.
Yes, sir.
There's no other North Little Rock basketball player who's won 3 state championships at North Little Rock.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Y'all might not know a lot about Eddie Miles. I played at Scipio Jones.
Okay.
It was like the fourth pick in the NBA draft, and it was like 1963. I had a bunch of people when we began to be successful come to me and was telling me about him. He lives up in Seattle, and he's still living.
Okay.
Scipio Jones.
Huh?
Scipio Jones.
It was the all black school before school.
Yeah.
We thought we were together. So yeah.
He was right there by Shorter Garden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where that church at?
There used to be the 7th grade school. It was Central, the 7th grade school for a long. That's where I went to 7th grade. And North Little Rock was there when all the 7th graders in North Little Rock were in one place before they darted off everywhere else. I'll say Kayvon, him. I mean, Khalil Ware is about as decorated as a guy as you get. There ain't been very many playing the McDonald's All-American game.
Right.
He's a 2-time state champion.
Right.
I mean, you got him. Butter probably has heard a little bit about. I don't know if y'all have a guy named Kim Cooksey.
Yeah. I
mean, he was the NBA. I mean, not very many had done that. There's a guy I played with. He was a year ahead of me, Benny Green.
Yes, sir.
Benny Green, he couldn't stay his own way. He was too smart for his own good, and but I think he was the last cut with Washington.
Yeah.
And then he didn't make it, and he just said, "Forget it."
Hey, I got a story on him too, right? When you go ahead, a story I heard of him. I wasn't a witness to it, but I heard it.
So there's Benny Green, and there was a guy I graduated with, Philip McCullough. He was the player of the year. He's Mr. Basketball in the state of Arkansas. He was in Nolan's very first class at Arkansas.
Okay.
Him and Ron Huey were together. He was the 86 for Northeast, and he's back in town now. He lives around here now. You got Kerry Evans. You got Charles Fatman Baker, who's coaching the ULR right now. I mean, that dude can play. You got Kevin Watkins could shoot the basketball.
That's my uncle.
Yeah.
Play with Ole Miss.
He could shoot the basketball. There's a boy named Bobby Broadway that played for Coach Ingram. He was after me, and the man. I watched him before the 3-point line get like 40, and if he'd had 50 or 60 if he'd had a 3-point line coming
Boy.
out that I watched.
Man.
You got Craig Collier that played at Old Main, Philip Luckadoo that played at Northeast.
Yep.
I remember Luckadoo.
Yeah. Remember Luckadoo, yeah.
Played at Appalachian State.
Yeah.
Beast in there. Tracy Steele Sr.
Yeah.
Played twice.
Yeah.
He was the real deal. And then just the ones that played for me. I mean, he Anton was in North Little Rock all the way till the 9th grade, and he came back his senior year. So he played 1 year of basketball at North Little Rock. If he'd have played 4, I don't know.
Right.
Guys that didn't play 3 years. Anton, Moses, Nick Smith, Deshaun Watkins played.
Right.
He played 2. But I mean, man, there's guys before that won state championships in the 60s and the early 70s. Remember Gary, Mr. Stevens, that does the clock at the basketball.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I remember Gary. Yeah.
Did he play basketball?
I didn't know he won though. I know you talking about though.
Yeah, he's the voice of the football game. Been doing it for 50 years.
Yeah.
He played basketball for the Razorbacks. Won state titles in North Little Rock.
Wow.
See, I wasn't there, but I when you're a basketball guy, you hear, hey, you know who that guy is? I'm like, nah, boy, I wasn't here. That man older than me. He was like, oh, he played with such and such. And so you get those stories. And yeah, I heard that, man. I did. It was, so when you go back, the reason why I wouldn't do it, one, I would be biased to my son, of course, but not because he's not deserving. But there's so much talent, man, that was here. I would rather Rice do it. I let him do it because, like, I've seen all of them, and don't get me wrong, I don't think that when you do a Rushmore, it has to be based on wins, like far as the championships, because there was a lot of our kids that didn't win championships that could get it.
Right.
That could flex.
There's a bunch that didn't use their full potential even in college.
Right.
Right. Eric Wilson, and then you asked me about a guy, Mark, earlier before we got on live, Rod Harris.
Right.
And there was guys like that were hoopers that could play.
Eddie Withers and stuff like that.
Eddie Withers.
Right.
Played, yeah.
Yeah. And so that was one of the things I was saying. When you go back and you celebrate these guys, you go back and one of the things that I take my hat off to Rice about is you go back and look at from the year Deshaun Watkins and Thomas Alexander and them won their first championship. They came back the next year and won. That was when Anton came over there. When he left, because you remember he won 2 at Parkview.
Yeah.
Tom won 9th and 10th grade at Parkview.
Yep.
Then we didn't win. And we right after North Little Rock won that one, Tondem came over there, him and Kayvon, because Kayvon was on the other one. And Rice won 3 championships, I want to say in a row, with 3 different teams. See, they don't talk about that enough because we North Little Rock, and that's always been my mindset. But when you go back and look at it, how do you not celebrate that? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Look at those teams.
Right.
The key people on those teams were different. Kayvon was an X factor on 3 of them, but you had the overall teams were different.
Oh, way
And
different.
there was no doubt, even when we ended up losing to Parkview, Tom's senior year, and it was no doubt we were going to win state. Like, it was like they were just happy that they beat us that year, you know? It was no doubt we were hands down the best team for them years.
That was one of them trap games I hated. I had some other players that wanted
anything could have happened. Yeah.
somewhere else, and you can't.
Anything can happen. You can lose on a bank shot 3. That's why they say make sure you're up 4. They say make sure you're up 4. But like they just don't give. It's too many of them, man. We had, when you go back on the thing and you look at a Rodney Shepherd, you look at those guys like that. That was like when you first when I didn't bring my, and I was so excited. Y'all had me so excited. I left my notebook, but on my paper he was like one word to describe him. He was one of them that I had Beast by.
Yeah.
I just had Beast by his name. Yeah. You had like it was just a lot, like you say, the Rod Harris's, and there were a lot of these guys that were beasts that were just They were just them guys. And the one thing about North Little Rock, we always stuck together. So we always had a chance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We were known to guard you or whatever. Always had guards.
Always.
I get asked all the time. It might be weekly. Who's the best team? Which team is the best team that you had? And every one of them, of the 6, there's something different about each one. And that. So I don't know which one would be. I mean, the 22. You got 2 McDonald's All-American and another Division I player on it. Then 2 other college guards that can shoot it. Nobody even remembers nothing about. That's probably the most talented. And but then that first group had done something that hadn't been done in 41 years.
Boy,
right. I remember
that second group was probably probably the best offensive team we had.
Right.
I would beg them to play defense, and they would look at me like,
yeah.
So why? Because they knew they was going to outscore you.
Yeah.
89-80.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
And so every year, and then the third one is probably with Kayvon and KJ Hill.
Yep.
That one is they had to win 3 in a row. You got to be really tough.
Right.
You got to be amazing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Do all that.
Yeah.
In 2018, I was with Moody and Collins Moore, and that one was I never had a team that peaked at the perfect time. And
right.
The last 3 weeks we never played anybody within 20. Nobody played within us 20. We lost 5 games that year. Conway beat us 3 times that year.
Yeah.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
We peaked the perfect time. Then you want to say you're in 21. To me, which was the biggest win to me was in 21 when we beat Central after they beat us twice. But I never had a team that everyone accepted their role at the perfect time.
Right.
Hey, I got a story for that game too, right?
With DJ and Kalel and Tracy Steele Jr. and Kareem Cotton and I mean, that whole group.
Yeah.
I got a story for that game.
They accepted their role and didn't do anything. They didn't try to do anything out of the ordinary to do nothing. So that one's always special. And then 22 is just those guys took us to places no one's ever been to in North Little Rock to get to play and stuff and the recognition and to get being recognized nationally like no other group did. Just because you got 2 NBA. Fixing to have 2 NBA guys from that one team on there. So that's been a cool ride. There ain't no doubt about it. Being a North Little Rock guy myself.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, when we played Central in that championship game, somehow they got that phone to DJ. I called him, and this is the story I told him. I said, DJ, I said, hey man, if you go in this game trying to make it about you and Bryson Warren, we're gonna get blew out. If you go in this game and play this game, this was right before they walked out, because I ain't gonna tell you who gave him the phone, but I got to talk to him. And they were like, well, you got to talk to him because it's mine. He was personal. I said, DJ, you've never been. This is true. Right before they go out, you have never been a personal player, which he's one of those guys too. Now, and he was one of the ones that we didn't mention.
Yeah, I got him wrote down on that.
Yes, DJ Smith, Miss Tammy grandson. And I told him, I said, listen, if you go out at this game and you be personal, we're gonna lose. If you go out in this game and be DJ Smith, the player that you are, I promise you we'll win. We won by 10.
Yeah. You're exactly right.
I told him, you cannot be, you're not a personal player. You and it's just me, you got the Rodney Shepherds and the Con Cottons and the Eddie Withers. Those guys can play frustrated. Everybody can't play frustrated. You feel what I'm saying? Anton can play frustrated. But everybody can't do that. DJ, you're not a frustrated player. You don't get rattled. So when you get rattled, we're in trouble. I need you to come out and be DJ Smith. We win by 10.
Yeah, we reached that whole week. It's not you versus Bryson or Bryson versus you.
Right.
And he took. That's what I'm saying. They just like I said, they accepted that role and didn't do anything out of the ordinary. And fed the big boys. The big boys run the floor and playing. And that was the difference. DJ and Kalel were the difference. Kareem Cotton hit 2 threes.
Slap that flow on defense.
I remember that. I watched that guy. I wasn't at that one, but I watched that one.
Yeah. I gotta take that hat off. Y'all got me hot. But yeah, man, like, you know, we've always had the talent. I think that it was a mindset. And Coach Rice, I take my hat off to you for that again, for accepting the role of change. We needed the mental change.
Yes.
We always had talent.
Yes.
I've been here since 1990, February the 20th. We've always had the most, if not the most, at least one of the most talented teams in the state every year.
Every year.
We just didn't always have this.
Yeah.
We didn't think the game. And when Rice came in, for whatever you did, I don't know what it was, those kids, the mentality changed. And
we preached that all year. I said everybody says that North Little will get here and then they're going to blow it at the end. They're going to fuss with each other. They're going to get their own agendas, get agendas from the people in the stands. They're going to do. We preached that all year, and man, we lost the second game of the year. We was playing a little event in Missouri, and but I didn't have some of the football guys, and I told them, I said, well, here's how all year I told them how we're going to lose. I said, what we're going to lose is, Deshaun, you're going to come down the floor and you're going to shoot it 5 or 6 times in a row. And then Thomas, you're going to get pissed off, and then you're going to run around and get a technical. And then while all this is going on, Kayvon, you're going to stand in that corner and not do nothing. You're just going to stand there. And the second game of the year, that it happened exactly like that. It happened. Deshaun came down, shot 6 or 7 in a row. Thomas got pissed, went in, just like ran over somebody, and then while all that's happening, Kayvon just we lose by like 1. I didn't have some key role players, but then we ran off 30 in a row and never lost again.
Yeah.
After that, but the whole deal was they saw that. I think that was so big that I told them how we're going to lose, and we ended up losing that way.
The exact same way.
They could see, hey, this could happen if we ain't playing together. People said all year, you ain't got enough basketball to keep everybody happy. I would tell them.
Work, though.
Yeah,
you made it work.
Yeah,
on that, coach.
Well, they did it, but they did. It wasn't a X's and O's. I sat over there as an assistant coach for a long time. 14 years I sat there as an assistant, off and on, but 14 total. And I said for years, I'm going to run this office. I'm going to do this in practice. I'm going to do that. And I roll over in that head coach seat. He ain't got diddly squat to do with no X's and O's.
Nope.
It does a little bit, but it's got to do with keeping them engaged, keeping them all on the same page. And stuff I never dreamed that I would have that I would be focusing on as a head coach turned into that's the way it was. That's what kept everything going. And it was a lot different than I thought, for sure.
Well, way different. Hey, and then most coaches, when you're new to this, like this youth basketball, I've been blessed with the youth part, 8th grade and under. And I tell people all the time, and I know people gonna see this, I shouldn't say it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm getting old. Man, I run 3 offensive plays. I've always ran them same plays. All my kids know my offense. It's the defense and the making them play together, the discipline and the conditioning. But you're not going to get a chance to call 1,000 plays in a game.
Yeah,
you're not.
You don't want to teach You want to teach them how to play, not what to play.
Right. Not robots. Well, I'm looking. Oh, I got to go right here. But then, what if you right here and you open? You don't be a robot. You don't want to teach them that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. In 2013, we run through Arkansas undefeated, win it, and I had one set play. And I had three offenses. I mean, I had a ball screen stuff, and I had straight motion stuff, and then I had some stuff. But the actual set play was just a back pick lob for Thomas Alexander. That was the only set play that I had.
Right.
We ran through it.
It's pieces. It's pieces, man. It's like if you got the right pieces and you know when to shake shake that bush to make that piece come out, you can do anything.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
Yeah, that defense dictated a whole bunch.
Yep.
There was a bunch of games that year. We scored 30-something in a quarter. Started the game up, and the score would be 30-3 at the end of the first quarter. And they ain't got the half court.
You got a chance, yeah.
I ain't calling no offensive set. I hadn't done it. Shooting layups and dunks and wide open threes.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to play that D. The defense you got to play. You got to play that defense, man.
Yeah, those are amazing, some incredible stories, man. That's some classic stuff right there. I swear. My next question is centered around the school system. So the public school system has always had its challenges and resources, but now the athletes can seemingly go to school anywhere their parents want them to. How does that shape the landscape of the public school talent? But I'll start with you.
Okay. I'm going to tell you what it is. And I say this very petty. You notice when one school was doing it, then when it wasn't doing it, one school dominated. Now that the playing field is even,
the problem
balanced out.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Right.
So what it does is coaches have to coach for one, and it balances out the playing field. It balances it out.
Yeah.
When they started letting people do what they doing now and balance the playing field out, here we go.
I agree.
And that school that used to be dominant, they're not dominant anymore.
Yeah.
It speaks for itself.
Yeah.
I'd be the one to say it. I don't mind.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's real.
Hey, he took mine over there, and I didn't want him to be there. Let that go on record. We NORTHSIDE. We ain't nothing else.
Yeah, that's real. Yeah.
And so it does balance the playing field out, and it does make coaches have to coach now.
Yeah.
You know, because you're not going to have 9 of the top players in the state at one school.
Yes.
It ain't
spread out now.
Right, spread out. Right.
Yeah. What you think about Coach Rice?
No, I agree. It levels the playing field for sure. You know, at North Little Rock, when we had an advantage with facilities at the time. We built a brand new school. Our arena, I don't care, he's 20-some years old now, but I think it's the best one to play. It has the best atmosphere whenever it's a big game than any of. Now everybody's got facilities now, so that we don't have that advantage. You know, kids want opportunities to be seen, and I think we offered a kid, number one, and we offered, especially after the first couple of years, we offered them a winning culture. They're going to win. The kids like that. We had a style of play that the kids like to play, that we're going to get up down the floor. They're not going to be handcuffed. If you can play. If you can shoot, you can shoot. I got Coach Ingham stuff right there. Coach Ingham was a player's. He wasn't an X's and O guy. He was a player's coach. And he wanted you to be comfortable. And I remember when I was in the 8th grade, Coach Ingham said, if you got a 50-50 shot, shoot it. If it's something you can make 50% of the time, shoot it. And so I never felt handcuffed or anything like that. And kids want exposure. So we were able to play in an event that the kids, we get to go travel out of state and play in Myrtle Beach. And then, I mean, I wrote down one time wherever we went to Washington, D.C. and played. We went to Milwaukee and played. We went to Missouri and played. We went to Texas to Dallas and played. Went into Mississippi and played. It was like 9 or 11 different states that we got to. So kids like that exposure.
Right.
But now that everybody's got facilities and kids can go where they want to, way easier than they could just 2 years ago.
Right.
That that it does level the playing field for sure, and it's really going to level it out for private schools. I think down the road, if they pass the voucher system, the AAA is going to have to make the kid his eligibility go with whatever the money goes. Like if the kid can use the money that they were given, if the state gives like $8,000 per kid to go to school there, wherever, now they can take that $8,000 and take it to a private school. They're going to have to make that kid eligible at a private school because if the money is going there,
they can't keep losing.
Yeah, and that's not the case right now without, let's just say, the governor or somebody passing a hardship for the kid to be able to play. But it's going to really level the playing field even more in the next couple of years, I think.
Yep, it does. It definitely levels it out.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Senator Jamie Scott or Representative Tracy Steele is watching, but we need to go and get that Coach Rice statue in front of North Little Rock gym.
Yes,
I thought I added it on this.
I like that.
We need to get that ASAP.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
We need a 1990s Rice, not the 2010s, 20s Rice.
Come on, Slim Rice.
Material in the night.
Right.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah,
So,
Mark goes to the 1990s Rice.
Yeah,
I know y'all know about y'all. Hey, Coach, quick question, Coach Rice. Coach Rice, I got a quick question for you. Now, you remember those student versus faculty games, right? What was your high score when we played against y'all? What was the most you ever scored in those games?
One night we had it in the evening. They did a fundraiser or something. Had an evening game. And we didn't have a lot of teachers that wanted to play, and so I got Coach Joyner. We was at Lakewood then. I got him to come play. Coach Lofton was
Coach Lofton.
Had the East Camp, so I got him to come play. I think Sanford was assistant principal and he played. And they all come to me and say, "Coach, this is your show. This is your deal. We're gonna feed you the rock tonight." And I go, "All right." And I was playing 4 leagues and playing every night of the week.
So you was ready.
I was ready.
Yeah.
I was happy that they said this is your show.
So what's your high?
It was like 60 something.
Yeah.
I was close.
Hey, so Mark guessed about 73. So high 60s. That's pretty close then.
He went crazy. I remember crazy that day.
Yeah.
Wow.
Rice can really let it go. Rice can let it go.
One of the best ones is I had my third year. I was coaching at the high school, but I was teaching at Ridge Road, and it was KJ Lawrence, Phillip. It was Corey Jones and all them dudes for 8th grade. And we had a student faculty game on a Friday, like right before spring break. I had back surgery like right when the season was over. And I just came back. I was able to play a little bit, and we were down 10 or 12 points. And I come down, and I scored a whole bunch. I ended up hitting a shot to go up 2, and there was still time on the clock. And Mr. Tucker was the principal, and once we got up 2 points, he hit the horn and said, "The game's over, man."
So y'all won.
Y'all won.
There would have been 6 minutes left in the game, but he didn't want us to lose, so he stopped the game and told everybody to get on the bus and go home.
Right, exactly.
AJ and them were furious too because they
I know they were.
They were hot.
That's hilarious. So we all had we all have mentors and examples, growing up. Everybody had their own mentors. So what I want to know for you guys is, who are your mentors and examples of coaching? White, I'll start with you on this one.
Yeah.
Coach Deegan had a huge impact because I played for him for 5 years. I was the only guy to do it. Here I am, if not the only little white guy or the only little white boy on the back around the basketball deal. And Coach Ingham treated me like his son, and it was always good to me. When I wasn't doing right, he treated me like he's supposed to. It wasn't even like any favoritism or nothing. But I saw how he motivated people and motivated players, and so he had a huge impact. Coach Alexander, who I worked with and I worked under, but Coach Alexander showed me really maybe say organization and how to structure things and be organized. And when Coach A got it after about a year, he said, Coach, you run the offense. I'll do the defense, but you run the offense. And then he goes, I don't care what you do on offense. I mean, you're doing all of it, but I want to know what you're doing. I go, okay. Yeah. And then his last year, he said, Coach, you organize practice and you do everything. And made the practice plan. And I thought he was getting me ready. I didn't know he was retiring that next year.
Right. Yeah. He was already.
I'd go in the office and there would be a number on the board. It might say 115. Then I would not pay no attention. And I look 2 or 3 days later, and it might see 112. And he got down in the 60s or 70s. And finally I said, Coach A, what's that number on the board up there on the corner? I see it every day. And he goes, that's how many days I got till I'm getting out of here. I'm retired. To the last game was the last. He didn't come back after spring break, and but he was preparing me to be ready for the opportunity. Right. And so Coach Ingham was showing me motivation and how to treat players and do all that. And Coach A gave me the opportunity in the structure and my college coaches. I played for a Coach Vining at Washita. He's in the Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame. I think he's like an offensive genius. I played for a guy at junior college that just loved. He wasn't a very good basketball coach, but he loved Bobby Knight. He taught defense. I mean, they really deal with man. Coach Ingham didn't play hardly any man-to-man defense. He played a lot of zone. Boy. And so when I went to college, I wasn't really prepared, but playing in junior college, it really prepared me for that. So I took something for that. I think really my dad was a people person, and he could really read people. And he was a businessman. He was in management for like Kroger for 40-something years, but he loved people, and I could see how he could read them to get them to do things. And I think that was a gift that I had, that I could read a player and read how to interact with that guy and learn how to coach him. Somebody you could just blow up on right in front of everybody, or just somebody that I had to go behind closed doors to really do. Is it somebody that you got to pat on the back all the time? Sometimes those kids respond to that, and they don't respond to you getting on to them. And some don't handle getting patted on the back and tell them how good they do. You got to stay in there. But I learned that I think I was good at seeing that and knowing how to get the most out of a kid by being able to read someone. I think I got that from my dad. So I had a bunch. Then the guys I worked with, like I worked with Fimple for so long, and then we just had hoops, and I learned so much from him. I learned stuff from football coaches. I did stuff, team building stuff that I never dreamed you would have to do as a head coach. This team building. I thought that was elementary girl stuff. But he wouldn't do that. That's what I was earlier. That's why I said earlier that you don't. I thought it was going to be about X's and O's, and it wasn't. It was those team building things, the things we did as a group that they had fun. I mean, that was football coaches did all that all the time. I was going, do you want to take them camping or something like that? I said, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But I never do that. And it made them better. And,
Right.
there was a lot of them, but Coach Ingram, Coach A, my dad, those are probably the main ones for sure.
Right. When it came to coaching, just coaching itself.
Yeah.
When I say this name, y'all gonna be like, oh yeah. Man, when I got to Arkansas and I knew I had to look down from coming from Detroit to here, well, I had like a depression mental stage. It was like, oh my God, what am I doing? But I used to come to the Boys and Girls Club, and I saw Coach Bennett, Rico Bennett. And I told this story at his retirement, and he was like, he didn't know it. And I watched how his presence controlled the room without saying a word sometimes. Coach Noble, Mr. Noble, I watched how his presence controlled the room. And me, I'm a control guy. You know, I'm the rah-rah-rah guy. Yeah. But they're not the rah-rah-rah, but they're control guys. And I watched Coach Bennett, like, we used to go to the Boys and Girls Club and watch playing. You know, we were the old guys going up there to watch the game. And Coach Bennett was one of those guys that I used to say, when I'm coaching and I'm doing that, because I hadn't started yet, I only hope that my kids respond to me like that. When he was talking to people, you know, he was always tall doing this. He always did this. Yeah. Always. He'd be standing up there and come here. And when he talked to them, like some of the baddest kids in the gym, they looking at Coach Bennett like this. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, Coach Noble, same thing. Little bitty old Noble, y'all know how he is himself. But when he's talking to people, they like this. And he made you feel like if he did this, if it was anything wrong, it's finna get right now. Yeah. And that was one of the things that influenced me was Coach Bennett. Yeah. Of course, coming up back in Detroit, Jake Boyd was the guy that coached us. That was our mentor and did all that. But in Arkansas, Coach Bennett was the one that gave me the mentality to say, you know what? I think God wants me to help the underdog, so to say. You know, he wants me to help that kid that's on the fence that need that push. Yeah. And when you can see Coach Bennett walk in the room, and it can be whoever in there, they're going to get right. They're going to get right when he goes. And that kind of guided me towards the coaching. Yeah. It did. Sure. And even to this day, I tell him all the time, man, when I see him, you know, I always do this to him. And when I see Mr. Noble, I tell him, Mr. North Little Rock, Mr. North Little Rock, because they have a presence about themselves that, you know, and all y'all to get there, y'all older now, y'all get it's and Rice could probably contest to this. When you are respected for positive things, man, that's the greatest feeling in the world. When somebody can see you and they don't respect you because you're the richest man in the world, or you got this, they respect you for helping people. Man, that stuff feels so good when I go to games and I see people say, hey, there go Coach Butta. There go Coach Butta. There go Coach Butta. That was why. Because you always want to leave your mark to say, you know, he was always there. He was hard on us, but as you got older, you understood why. Because I never degraded any kid. I always helped kids. I never, mentally abused no kid. I just always pushed because our young males need that push. And so for me, it was basketball-wise, it was Coach Bennett. Coach Bennett was the one. He was my guy.
Yes,
and Jake Boyd,
yes,
it was my guys with the coaching.
Salute to you, brother. Salute to you.
Yep.
I'm a pivot just a little bit. You know, we in playoff time right now, playoff mode in the league right now, and it's some real good ball being played. So I want to ask you guys, who is your favorite young player right now in the league and why?
That wasn't on the list.
I like Ant-Man.
You like Ant-Man?
I like him because he ain't bagging down. I like that. He gonna earn it, but he don't back down. He talking and he don't back down. Yeah.
What about you?
I didn't even. I didn't watch NBA hardly. So I watched the playoffs or the fourth quarter of a game. I ended up watching last year. This is from an old coach, but like the Joker, they played basketball the right way.
Yeah.
They shared the basketball, and they would use each other to get shots. And I tell my teams all the time, when things get really tough, we can't go one-on-one and give 17 dribbles into a jump shot. That's too easy to defend. When things get tough, it'll bail us out sometimes, but it's going to catch up with you. And watching him play, especially last year, obviously not as much this year, but they just seem they play the right way. And Luka and Kyrie, I'm really watching them because you can see Kyrie's figured it out too.
Yeah.
That playing together and using each other makes things easier on him whenever when they're doing that. So, and Ant-Man's he's just fun to watch, and he's so explosive, and he's having a great time playing. That's what's fun to watch.
Yeah, he really is. He really is.
My favorite young player is Luka, and I say young because he's 25 years old. It seems like he's been in the league forever, but he's only 25 years old. But I like Luka. He does a little bit of everything. He scores the ball. He rebounds, he assists. He does a little bit of everything. Kind of like another great player behind me right here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, God.
Behind me right here. You know what I'm saying? Another great player. As a matter of fact, that's his idol.
Who?
Luka, LeBron James' idol.
He did say that.
Yes.
Who the GOAT?
LeBron James.
MJ, man. MJ the GOAT, baby. Shab, stop that.
LeBron James.
I like LeBron. Don't get me wrong. Much respect.
This guy right behind me right here. He's GOAT.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Go.
But yeah, I like Luka for young players. He's 25 years old. Guy's whole career ahead of him. He's gonna be amazing. He's gonna be MVP one year.
Yeah, he's doing a lot, man. At a young age, he's putting up some numbers right now. Now, hopefully, he get around. I still don't think he figured out as far as like the dedication, as far as like getting physically in shape. So Luka.
Who that? Luka?
Yeah, he ain't even figured that out yet. Wait till he figure that out.
I don't think he's going to get in shape. Like what I'm talking about, like what we picture.
Him and Joker.
He's getting it done now. So why stop something? Even you go back to like big Sabonis. When his body was like that, some people just don't get it. But now if I'm getting it done.
Look at Joker.
Hey,
Joker doesn't have a great body.
Joker tough.
But he giving folks a business though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, easily, man. So yeah, man. I guess like I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Huh?
Yeah, but could you imagine if he lost 25 or 30 pounds?
I think that about Embiid as well, man.
Ooh.
Like it'd be like easy on their joints. Maybe they be play more games, less injury.
Zion.
Yeah.
He actually got in shape and lost some weight. You know what I'm saying? Like he could be so much more explosive than he is right now. You know what I'm saying?
It would prolong their careers for no doubt. But,
right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
You've seen LeBron. LeBron is slim up.
Yeah.
He's slim up like 3 or 4.
LeBron gets slimmer every year.
Well, LeBron should be in good shape. He can't play a whole season.
Oh man,
He ain't playing but a half a season.
That's how they doing, man.
He played 76 games this season. Don't hate on LeBron.
But it's 82 in a year.
That's what it is.
76 will take it though. From a
Man,
40-year-old,
the GOAT can't play. He got to play every game. I want it. But if he's 40, if we're gonna say he's 40, then we got to take all the other stuff away too. Cause I like him now. I'm for it. Put that stuff in my car. Don't need no fit.
Yeah.
So I'm all for him now. Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking nothing from him. That's my guy.
If your 40-year-old giving you 76 games, you're doing pretty good.
No, but then we can't talk about him as the GOAT because the GOAT supposed to play it all. No, you feel me? That's just like saying,
MJ wasn't even what was barely playing this age. Come on now.
Well, the job was done. The job was done.
He was averaging about 17 points a game. Come on now.
Listen, the job was done, baby. Average 20. That last year, what's called he averaged 20.
Yeah. It went 25, 9, and 7.
Listen, and 20 years later, they still calling him the GOAT.
Yeah.
Some people say it.
Yeah.
Some people say it.
Now, don't get me wrong. LeBron, I like LeBron. This is not bash LeBron. Don't get me wrong. I like LeBron. I like him. But since we're talking about it, go back. If you play 6 years longer than me and you're an elite player, your numbers are going to be better than mine.
Well, it takes a certain athlete to play 6 years longer.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Because you go back and say, if you only
you know this game different now, Chaz. You know the game different.
If you only playing a half a season every year,
would have played them 6 extra years. He would have played.
If you only playing
as competitive as he was,
okay.
if he could play them extra years, he would have played. He couldn't do it.
No. Well, it was nothing else to prove. But go back to this. Let's say if he had set out half a season for 10 years, he could play those extra years.
Yeah. Well, he didn't know.
Right. Yeah. If he wouldn't have been taking them hits by the Detroit Pistons and lambeering them, knocking him to the floor, he probably would have played another 6 years.
And those are all considered common fouls.
Boy, just regular, right. Like
those common fouls back. Yeah, those common fouls. Shoot 2 free throws. There wasn't no flagrant fouls then.
My boy didn't play 21 years straight, and he's still going.
Yeah. So did Andrew Lane.
Yeah. But Andrew Lane wasn't putting up 25, 8, and 7, though.
At the end of the day, if you don't win the championship, you still ain't doing nothing. If I average 1 and you average 50, if neither one of us win, we ain't done nothing.
Yeah, I hear you.
At the famous words of Ricky Bobby, if you ain't first, you last.
If you ain't first, you last, baby. Hey, what did he say? Who is that? And I am a LeBron. Hey, I'm a LeBron fan. Yeah. I am a LeBron fan. I'm a fan of him.
Yeah, you gotta respect this game.
You gotta respect this game. So,
you got to.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Now,
what we got? What's the next question, baby?
Now we finna get into what you think what these Hogs gonna do. We got Calipari on the hill now.
I'll let Rice have it. What you think, Rice?
I think he's gonna take us to another level, and I think Coach Cal is driven to show that he can win without the one and done and the new all the NIL and doing all that. I'm excited about it, thinking he's gonna, do a level more consistent level than we've been in a while since Nolan for sure.
Right.
I think Cal's he's a very driven guy.
Okay.
I think that it's the people don't. You could be a good coach and you don't have the players. I think you gotta have the players, and the players are following him. So I think you'll be okay.
Right. You see a lot of decommits and they still coming to Arkansas, so that's saying a lot about him as well.
Right. And what people got to remember is this: when you take a group of 18 and 19-year-olds and you try to play them against guys that's been in there that's 24, 25,
right?
That's hard to do one game. You feel what I'm saying? So when you don't get that quick fix, then the longevity hurts the younger players because it go back to the physicality of it through that tournament. You got to take them 25-year-olds that's banging you around, and it's hard.
All right.
So I think he'll be all right. I really think I think Musk did a great job, but I think Calipari is going to bring the attention to our state, and we got to support it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
It was a home run hire for sure. There ain't no doubt about that.
Oh, it was very unexpected. It's one of those people just throw it out. They're just like, we need to get Calipari. And for me, it was like,
hey, but you know what, though, Rideout? You know what? It's funny that we think like that. Like we don't think, and it's not a bad thing. We as a state didn't think we was good enough for Calipari.
Yeah.
But we just had 3 good years.
Right.
Shit, our years was better than his.
Yeah, and the Burger Boys and everything. Yeah.
All the Burger Boys, everything.
Yeah,
and so now, with him being here, it was, man, I thought it was a computer glitch or something. I'm like,
right.
Because I even thought that, like, well, he ain't coming to no Arkansas.
Yeah.
We here now, baby.
He on his way. Yeah.
Hey, and I'm finna be petty again. It's just like when everybody started transferring to North Little Rock.
Yeah.
Now everybody wants to come to North Little Rock now. You feel me?
Everybody
And you can want to North Little Rock. Hey. Not everybody want to be a Wildcat.
He gonna bring all the recruits with him. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Because it ain't the school they going to. They going where the coach at.
They going with the coach.
Right. I tell people that every time.
So do y'all think that's kind of a challenge when it comes to coaches? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you find like your styles change because you may feel like somebody may just transfer? Like in the 90s, I felt like we would just kind of like took it as constructive criticism. But today, you know, my question is, do you kind of find like you have to be very, like Coach was saying, you have to be very technical, like how to reach that certain person? Like, so you know, how would you feel like it is today, as far as like back in the 90s?
Well, I would tell my players all the time, and the older ones figure it out pretty quick. Is you're going to get? I was going to coach you. You're going to get coached.
Right.
Sometimes you're going to get loud. Sometimes you're going to get a pat on the back. But they had to learn the difference between what you just said, Mark, about correction and criticism.
Right. Every
time you said something to them, some of the kids think it's criticism, and I said no, it's everything I'm doing is correction.
Right.
And I would never worry about when I'm coaching you or one of our coaches is coaching you. Be worried when me or my coaches quit coaching you.
Yep.
Don't get worried. Yes. Don't worry about I'm saying something to you. You get worried when I don't say something to you.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
If you turn the ball over 3 times in a row and miss a layup and I don't say a word to you, what I'm saying is you're going on the bench and you're never coming off the bench.
Right.
And they responded to that pretty well, but that's it. I had the question what a difficult part of coaching, like especially now. I mean, in schools, the administrations are now making it hard to coach. You're not getting the support. You teaching, not teaching, budget stuff, how they support you that way. Parents are different.
Yes.
Some kids I couldn't at all. I couldn't coach. I ain't gonna say who they were, but some parents would not allow me to coach their kid.
Right.
They didn't. They never hang around. And then and then the new age, say a new age kid, just like you said, Mark, that some of them don't. Everything's criticism. They don't look at it as correction.
Right.
They're really good ones. Every one of those guys we listed, them 21s I threw out there for the Mount Rushmore on North Little Rock, they wanted to be coached.
Yeah.
They wanted to be someone to correct them. They wanted somebody to drive them and to motivate them and keep them engaged in what's going on. But those administration, parents, and the new kid, it does make it more difficult.
It's hard, boy. It's hard, right? It's hard. You know how many days? And I can say in youth basketball, I've been blessed. Like, I've been blessed. And do you know how many times I just want to walk away? Like, I really get that mad sometimes. Yeah. Just from different little things within, from parents and stuff, you just want to walk away. But every time I do, I get ready to get a team out of there, like the 10th grade team now. And bam, now I got a 6th grade team. And I got some kids that's listening. And I got some parents that's listening. And it's like God telling me, I ain't done with you yet. So it's like what, you know? Because there's a lot of things that people always tell people this. When they see our youth teams traveling and they see the post about us having success, they only see that. They don't see the work. Right. They don't see the days I'm in practice not pulling my hair out and I don't got none. Or days that I might have to throw a kid out and his mom and his daddy. Or the days that you, like Rice say, this one kid you really want to drop kick him, but you really got to pat him on the back. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because if you do, you're going to lose him. And y'all got a big tournament this weekend. Then you got the one kid that really wants you to drop kick him, but you don't want to drop kick him because you're scared somebody else gonna see it. It's gonna scare them. You know, I had to tell a parent this, and I've told numerous this, but you only worried about your kid. I got 10 kids to worry about, and possibly 20 parents. Which is 2 kids a parent. Not long they got a stepdaddy or a stepmama, or grandmama and granddaddy involved too. That could easily be 30 personalities that I have to deal with.
Yeah. A lot.
All you got to worry about is yours, because you don't care about the rest, no matter what. And let me tell you something. No matter what any parent tell you, the only kid they worried about is theirs. I don't care if they bow to water, if they got a uniform, the shoes, if they say the prayer. They only focus is they kid. Never forget that. Never forget that. They could care less if little Johnny fall down the steps. They want to know what time is the game.
Yeah.
Right. Awesome. Never forget. And every parent, remember this too. Every parent think their kid is better than they are.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Even if he LeBron, Jordan mama think her kid better than that. You know what I'm saying? So you always remember that. And with these parents, man, like I've been blessed in that area because I know a lot of people. Yeah. So knowing a lot of people is a gift and a curse. You know, and I tell people that all the time. It's a gift and a curse, because you're going to get some people is going to say, "Oh, take them over there to Butta," but then you're going to have somebody say, "Man, don't go over there fooling with that Butta, man. That nigga crazy in the mother." You know, or he just after this, or he after that, and then they come find out some of the stuff y'all saying true, but the rest of it probably is true. But that's the part people don't see. You see what I'm saying? They don't see the days that these kids here talking, you know, just a little stuff. So, but I love it. Every time I get ready to walk away, God give me another team.
Yeah,
so, I don't know. We're trying to do something with it.
Really good. Well, I got 2 questions for you before we wrap it up. One is directed directly at you, brother. So I got a question for you. Did you coach us?
I did. You don't remember? Yes.
11th grade.
You, Philip, Kawan. Remember that was the team we had all the kids that didn't make the team at that younger age, and you know me, I ain't scared to play nobody. I don't care who it is.
Oh, that was you.
Yes, if you give me 5 kids that's ready to play, I'll play the Globetrotter.
Hey, we had a pretty good summer that year.
It was decent, but we had to. We just weren't. We weren't one of those teams yet. It makes sense.
Yeah.
So we just got kids here and there.
So you remember that team?
Yeah.
Okay, so what was your overall? I mean, just quickly here, what was your overall assessment of the team, and what was your overall assessment of me as a player?
We had with Lil Shaft. Not Lil Shaft in a bad way, in a good way. Lil Shaft was a kid. Let me see how I can say you. Like, I hate to say role player, but you were a kid I thought that could do a lot of things. Yeah. Like, you weren't the best shooter, but you can hit a shot. You weren't the best ball handler, but you can hit the ball. You can handle it. You weren't the best rebounder, but you could rebound. So from the Shaft, I remember you were a guy that every team need. Yeah. And you weren't problematic.
Yeah, okay.
You weren't problematic. You was really like, you know, just whatever you need me to do. You didn't have an issue. So to me, at that time, I think a lot of y'all were discouraged because some of y'all didn't make the school teams.
Yeah.
At that time. And so it discouraged y'all. So, you know, you kind of didn't know if you really wanted to do it or not. And then we had just put that team together, kids that was wanting to play. Yeah. Let's do it. So the experience of summer ball was the only problem.
Yeah.
That team did not have a lot of experience summer ball.
Yeah.
And that was it. Because I always believe this, Shaft. You do this real quick. And I tell anybody this. I believe I'm 10 points better than any average coach.
Yeah.
If the playing field is even.
Yes, sir.
If this guy got a good team and I got a good team, well, I believe the score 10-0.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
At all times.
Yeah. I like
that. I remember that team. I remember playing. I remember we had some good games. We had some bad games. We won a few. We lost a few. You know what I'm saying? I was a starter.
Right.
But we had like a lot of guys around us that played a lot of minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Corey Couch was on that team.
Corey Couch was on that team. Phillip was on that team.
You remember
know
Phillip?
Phillip Washington, wasn't it?
Phillip Washington. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Couldn't get right in school though. Couldn't get right in school.
Couldn't get right in school.
He get 30 in the summer though.
Yeah. And I was on the school team, but playing on the AAU team was something different. You know what I'm saying? And they gave me opportunity to play a little outside myself a little bit.
Hey, let me tell you real quick, one of my favorite teams I ever coached. When I say these names, y'all gonna be like, damn. And we never played nothing but midnight basketball. I had Michael Warren.
Okay.
I had Zay. You know Zay that cut hair now.
Yeah.
I had Dominique Savage.
Okay.
I had Kerry Smith.
Okay.
And I had
Yeah, Dominique too.
2 girls.
Yeah, Dominique too.
Dominique and Kerry. Okay. And I had Ashley. I don't remember Ashley's last name. Watson. Ashley Watson. Ashley Watson.
Okay.
Remember his dad had the funeral home. I had that 5. We lost in like the second round of the playoffs in midnight. And I had 2 girls starting with me, Kerry Smith and Dominique Savage. Because her mama didn't want her to play with the boys, Miss Smith.
Yeah.
Remember, she was the principal.
Yeah.
And her daddy said, don't worry about it. Just take her. If she get hurt, just take her to the hospital and I'll come meet you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man.
That's what's up.
That's good. All right. So my last question is, we're going to wrap this up. And I appreciate everything. So we all want to remember, you know, in different likes, different formats. We all want to be remembered, you know, as men, as coaches or whatever. So my question to you is, how do you all want to be remembered? How does Coach Rice? How does Coach Butta? How do y'all want to be remembered? I'll start this off with Coach Rice. How do you want to be remembered, Coach Rice?
Well, number one, as a Christian. I mean, there's when it all comes down to it, I'm on my deathbed. I'm not going to say anything about 6 state championships or, man, I sure wish I'd have worked a little longer. It's all about that, family, doing all that. But the little format we got right here, I want to be remembered as a guy that loved the North Little Rock kid. And I love the North Little Rock school, and I love the North Little Rock city. People used to say all the time, so, Coach, you're a white guy, and you got all these black kids, and how you get them to play hard and do all that? And I said, well, number one, I was one of them. I was a North Little Rock guy.
Yes, sir.
Right, Grove City.
But when the kid knew that I loved them and I was there for them, I mean, they would jump through hoops and run through walls and do all that. And so I think more than anything there's time, you know, I flash them rings. And there's sometimes I don't look at the rings for weeks or whatever. Yeah. But those relationships with Mark will text me about how you doing, Coach. That means a lot.
Right, sir.
Kid goes say, you know, former player invites me to their wedding or sends me a picture of their baby, or I mean, that's all. That's what it's all about. And it's just that I want to be a member that, man, Coach Rice loved us as kids and the school and the city, and that's what I want to. Before we get off, I don't know if anybody knows that Marc Rideout did not make. I think it was a 7th grade team at Ridge Road. Did y'all know that?
Yep.
Did y'all know that story?
No, I do not. I haven't heard the story. You got a story to tell behind it?
Yeah. So I'm coaching in, and we're having tryouts. I want to say the girls had the gym at the early part, so I took the kids out, and I made them run a little bit. So 7th grade Marc Rideout is running. We had a little makeshift track out there back, and Mark's running. He comes to the finish line, and he lets out some of the worst cuss words I've ever heard in my life, trying to make it to the finish line. And I'm not keeping no kid that's saying all that, and I didn't keep him. As I said, he turned out to be the best player through the whole deal. But I think, but Mark, you learned something from that, didn't
you? I did, Coach. I did.
Yeah,
because he was the same person that came back around and told me when I got it right too. So I appreciate that.
That's that. I don't know that. So Mark.
That's the incredible.
I got a Marc Rideout story.
Oh yeah, go ahead. I remember this one too.
Hey, they say, man, it's a kid up here in North Little Rock. You know, I always have a lot of shoes. They got a kid up there. He didn't need shoes because his mom was but he needed some basketball shoes last minute. Do you remember what kind of shoes they were?
Yes, sir. They were Converse.
Converse. I was one of the people had them. I said, well, yeah, I got some. I said, I think you had like 28 or something that night.
Man, something like that.
I know you had, but they said, man, that rascal had them shoes. You sit that boy up there. And I don't remember the exact number. Let's just say 28. And they said, man, he had 28 that night. I called my guys, hey man, can we? And I never did. I need a couple more pair of them, boy. We need this.
Yeah, need a few more pair of them, huh?
There was some Converse. It was when they changed the Converse out, the leather ones with the star on the side.
Yeah, that's exactly.
And it was some Mark. And I don't even know what happened. Did your foot grow all of a sudden? You just needed something like that?
It was that they didn't.
Y'all shoes were shortcoming or something. They ordered them and y'all didn't get them.
Yeah,
something like that.
Shoes. I was like,
right.
Okay. So
they come up there and say, hey, man, because you know I'm Bigfoot Raptor too. So that's what I have to say. He said, man, Raptor had a heck of a night. And so that I was going to tell that. I've been waiting to tell that.
I remember that. I told him about that too. I already told him about it.
Yeah, man.
Mark told us that story actually, and it was a pretty incredible story. So he gave you credit for that, Floyd. So.
Yeah, man, that was big. But for me, man, like of course I want to be, known as not a perfect man, but a man that was willing to do anything to help his fellow brother or sister. Right. And that I'm a good-hearted person, and I am 110% for North Little Rock. Detroit and North Little Rock is one folk. I'll never change that. I never, ever. Because Detroit is where I was born. And when I went through what I went through, North Little Rock accepted me for who I was. I didn't have to fit into a gang or this or that. They allowed me to grow with the good and bad, and I was trying to make sure I didn't do too much bad, but it enabled me to help a lot of guys. And like Rice said, it's no greater feeling than when some guys that you watch come up and they actually to be on their podcast.
Yeah.
See, I don't know. I've been excited. Listen, it was my first date. I'm running around. Like, you see, I had my skelly. I had to make sure I put my skelly on. Oh, God. And so for things like that, man, and then, like I say, when I know people, like real adults that's from North Little Rock that won't go places that they say, man, you go over there. I said, why not? I live in the red zone. So I ain't done nothing to you. I'm not afraid of a man I never done nothing to. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. And when I come around, they're not going to keep doing the wrong. They're going to be like, oh, man. Especially if it's younger people. Our age, they don't care. But so when I die, I just want people I just hope they say he was always wanting to help people, no matter what. No matter, he was willing to help anybody. If you come to me with a real heart, if you need my shirt, see, I ain't ashamed to walk around without a shirt. You know what I'm saying? I ain't ashamed of that because, hey, I'm a big man. This shirt ain't, because I always tell the kids, because I got this shirt on don't mean you don't know I got a big belly. You know what I'm saying? The shirt ain't had that. So for me, I'm always willing to help anybody.
Yes, sir.
If you don't screw me, I'm good. And that's it. Right. And he would help any way he can. He ain't gonna never get over on you. That's just me, And that I love my kids, my grandbabies. And I just love, especially if you say you're from North Little Rock, you just got a special part. You got that much chance. Now you got this much.
Right.
That's it.
So
I'm still all about standing in front of the school for me and one out front of Glenview for Butta.
Yeah.
Hey, Rice, because the kids already say I live upstairs. I say upstairs, where ain't no damn upstairs up here. Because I know you got a house up there somewhere. No, I don't. But yeah, man, I thank y'all for having me on, man. Me and Rice, that's my guy.
Man,
No problem.
man. We appreciate y'all coming on.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, this say in closing, we're gonna go through this kind of fast. We gonna give some names out, and y'all just give one word to describe these players. And the first one I'm gonna say is Corey Nelson.
Talented.
Natural.
Yeah.
Anton Beard.
Tough.
A winner. What winner?
Joe Johnson.
Score. Pro.
A pro. I had that on my paper. A pro. I said he's a pro.
Kayvon Allen.
Winner.
Legend.
Yeah. Winner. Yeah.
Ooh, legend. Yeah.
Athlete.
KJ Lawrence.
PG.
Dog. Score.
Yeah. I always say PG.
Yeah. A pure.
Yes.
Yeah. Derek Wilson.
Bucky.
Multifaceted.
Yep.
Oh, I like that one.
Con Cotton.
Beast.
Yeah, you said that earlier. Beast. Yeah.
Beast.
Yeah.
I got three things that I missed because I miss him. He's 100% North Little Rock. When I got the job, he was my fan. He was the reason Kayvon Allen came to North Rock, stayed in North Little Rock.
Right.
And then I'll say underrated too, because a lot of times,
Yeah,
that's how good he was. To hear him stories like Butter said earlier. So
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Khalil Ware.
God gifted.
Oh.
I had on my paper fundamental.
Yeah.
Nobody is 7 foot, 7'9" wing, standing reach, 7'5" wingspan,
Yep.
can move. There ain't nobody around as that. That's God gifted.
Had the best numbers in NBA history at that position.
Yeah. At the combine.
They posted that the other day. Ever the best number ever is 100 for 100. Yes.
Oh wow.
Eddie Withers.
Dog.
Beast mode, dog. Beast mode, dog. Yes.
I wanted to write street on there too.
Right.
That's what it was. That's what it was.
Because when you had him in the gym, everything was all right. But when you went home, they said, "Hell, what's Eddie gonna do this?"
Hey, and guess what? He could not work out. He is a natural beast. When I used to work turn out, he used to try to come down here. He could not do it. He could not do drills.
He just wanted to hoop. He just a hoop.
He just couldn't do it. He's just a beast.
Yeah.
Wow.
Marc Rideout.
Natural.
I got 3 words.
What?
My boy, nice.
I said Rideout was a natural.
I got Mark as the trail big before there was a trail big.
Right. I told you.
Yeah, I told you. Yeah.
He was a cusser as a 7th grader.
Yep.
He was a cusser, Coach Rice.
He was a cusser.
Yep. Hey, that roster was a natural, though, boy. He was a natural.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Nick Smith Jr.
Competitor.
Yep. And I had a bucket. I had bucket for him too.
Yeah.
One deal with Nick, he had that Kobe.
Yeah.
Jordan had to deal where they had a chip on his shoulder. He was always looking for a way to be pissed off about something against some team, against some player.
Something.
That just drove him the whole time.
It could be anything too. He's looking for anything to be mad about.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
Deshaun Watkins.
Underrated champion.
Yep, that's what I said. Underrated champ. I didn't say underrated champion, but I said I think I had underappreciated because dude was really consistent. That's what I had.
Yeah,
consistent.
He really was.
Consistent
offense.
2013, Fayetteville scores, goes up 1, 4 minutes to go in the game. I call timeout. We come out of the timeout. Deshaun Watkins scores 8 straight.
Yep.
8 straight points, and then we win the game.
Yep.
Wow.
Kayvon
that was at Barton Coliseum too.
That was at Barton Coliseum. That was the best atmosphere of any game of any 6 of 7 games that I played in.
Yep.
There was no place as loud as that place was.
No.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Corey Washington.
I put future because his best basketball is in front of him.
I put worker.
Yeah. Like everybody says it about their kid, man.
He worked.
His year with us was the first year he never played. He didn't play football.
Right.
He was quarterback. Wow. And that was the first year he ever played. It was just basketball.
He was quarterback at Silver Hills.
Yeah, he's quarterback.
I did not know that.
I didn't know that either. Wow.
Okay.
He was just playing Saturday. I just watched him play Saturday.
Yeah. Moses Moody.
I would say a pro. He might be the best shooter. He never, in a whole year that I had him, he never had a bad day shooting ever.
Wow.
But he was a pro. He was a pro before.
Coach Rice, you only had him for a year?
Only had him a year. 10th grade year.
And they won it.
I ever seen.
Where did he go his junior and senior year?
Mount Bird Academy, prep school.
Yeah, he went to a prep school.
Okay.
Prep school.
Okay.
Rodney Shepherd.
Beast.
I wrote dog, I wrote mean, and I wrote the word nervous because I was an assistant coach, a young guy, and I sat on the edge of my seat because dude would shoot it. Rodney Shepherd would shoot a three, and he would put this. He would do like put a little three up. And I thought, all year, I'm thinking, he's just saying he's shooting a three. Till we played Parkview at home, and he wasn't shooting a three. He wasn't saying that, and then so the game was over.
He's giving up. He's showing love.
Yeah.
Adrian Chillis took his shirt off and is chasing Rodney Shepherd around the gym.
Oh wow!
Chasing him.
Oh yeah. That was my 10th grade year. That's my 10th grade year.
Yeah. So
talking about Adrian Childers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chasing Shep around the gym because Shep was throwing up. Yeah.
He was throwing it up, baby. He was giving up that love.
Trays up.
Yeah. So I wrote nervous because I'm on the edge of my seat thinking it's a fight finna break out.
Right.
I remember that.
Yep.
He was good. He was a good player though. He made me nervous wreck.
Yep.
And the last name, Keanu Tobin.
I had MVP.
I said the word favorite. He was my favorite kid. I coached him as a 10th grader, and I say I love Coach Ingham to death, but Coach Ingham was a hard ass on some football players that played basketball.
Yeah.
He was. He wanted you. He made you earn it. If you played, he was gonna make you earn it.
Yeah.
And Kenyatta was. All these people around town was saying, Coach Ingham ain't treating you fair. Coach Ingham's doing you dirty. Coach Ingham this. And he never changed. He just worked, didn't show the attitude. He didn't do anything. And then I'm a single guy playing in 4 or 5 basketball leagues, driving a Corvette. Man, I was it. And I would take Ken home every day. And he would, if I had a league game in Conway or a league game at Sherman, Kim would go to the game with me, and he'd go to my games, and I'd take him home after that. So I would say he was my favorite of all time. Not just because we got to be tight, but he was just a good guy, good man.
He really was.
And I had put MVP. The reason why, the effect that when you know your, I hate to say worth, when you know your effect on people. When that incident happened with him, you would have thought Michael. It was like the Kobe effect. You know what I'm saying? Like
it was.
And this guy, what was it? The 10th grade? What was it? 10th grade?
No, it was a senior.
It was senior night.
The effect it had on the city and the state and everywhere, man. Like again, we hate it happen, but that lets you know what you are doing and as a person, because it's not always about the sport. Somewhere in there, it has to be your person.
Right.
And when you are a good kid, it weighs on people, man. And when that happened to that boy, it was like everywhere in the state of Arkansas, that was the topic of discussion everywhere.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I had MVP on my paper.
Yes, sir.
I like that.
I like that.
I really do.
I like that. Well, like I said, in closing, we definitely want to appreciate you legends for coming on and just chatting with us just about hoops, because like I said, that's what me, Mark, and Shav do, damn near every day. And, we just want to bring this platform so people can kind of see and then also give flowers where we feel like, flowers haven't been given to people like yourselves and, other people just around town, because a lot of times, this was all that a lot of people had, so we want, them to know that, we hadn't forgotten about you. We still love you. We still support you, and we still got your back. And I'm dead serious about them statues too, because I'm gonna get on that tomorrow. Make some calls tomorrow. We need to get that ball in motion.
Yeah, we need to get that rolling ASAP.
Yeah, Rice need his. I'm all right right now. I'm okay. Rice. Yeah. But never let them tell you I'm so North Little Rock, baby. I just, and let me say this in closing. I think that our city does not get, and I said at the beginning when me and was talking earlier, we don't get enough credit for the talent that we produce. And the day they give us the credit I think we deserve, I'll be through.
Yeah.
Guts.
Until then, I'm ready, baby.
Yeah.
I just want to say, Coach Rice, thank you for bringing North Little Rock back to prosperity. Thank you for making us known again. You know what I'm saying? I got to tip my hat to you for that. You know what I'm saying? You did that, and I always remember that, and I never forget you for that. Thank you for bringing us back and making us relevant again. And Coach Butta, thank you for doing what you did for the youth. You know what I'm saying? Like,
appreciate
all the young guys, who want to play basketball, who want to do something. So thank you for coaching our youth and continuing to coach our youth. You know what I'm saying? So I want to thank you for that, and I appreciate everything you do. And, both of you guys, you do a lot in the community, and I appreciate both of you guys. So I love y'all for that. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
For real.
Good work. And look, I got that north side of sports coming. I've been doing it, but I'm back walking a little better now, so I'm going to make sure I get y'all up here.
Yes, sir. Just let us know when. Just let us know when.
Yeah, and I'll definitely be down for the Butterball Classic, for sure.
I got you. Just let me know you're coming. You know you're good. Yeah, we got the best nacho in the state.
Hey, make sure I get an invite, goddamn.
I got y'all. Hey, y'all can do a live show one day if y'all want to on the stage.
Okay.
Let me know. It's about a 10-week deal. Let me know.
Yes, sir.
I got y'all.
We definitely appreciate it. And like I said, once we get off, please give Mark your addresses, because we got something coming your way. And this is from us to show our appreciation, because like I said, it's people see the wins and the things that you do, but it's the stuff that's unseen, that what we know and we appreciate. So we, like I said, we definitely appreciate you from all of our hearts, and we appreciate everything that you've done and you continue to do and everything. So we definitely appreciate it.
Man, I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate it. Rice, my guy, baby.
Love North Little Rock hoops. I'll talk about
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See how I come in the party? I don't want no trouble. I'm just letting you know where I'm from.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ready, man.
All right, man. I see y'all. Let me get out of here. All right, love what? North side, baby.
North side.
All right, baby. Yep.